How many shortcuts can you remember? 3, 5, more? I try to learn as many as I can and I still forget some. What if you could unlock IntelliJ IDEA features without having to remember shortcuts? You can still use shortcuts if you want to, but you don't have to. Let's look at a new feature in IntelliJ IDEA that lets you discover and execute IDE actions right from your editor. Command completion is an extension of regular code completion, something every developer already uses. For example, when you have a variable, you can type a dot to show completion options. It will show you API completions, all of the methods that you can call on this variable, and postfix completion, templates you can apply to the variable. The list now also includes commands, all relevant commands for your current context. Code completion, a single dot, is now a universal entry point for all relevant actions. To filter the list to show commands only, type 2 dots. As the list can be quite long, the list is searchable, so you can type part of the command you want to use. For example, let's remove this expression, since this isn't really what we need here. By default, the commands are shown in a separate section of the list. If you prefer commands to be part of the regular completion list, you can adjust this in the settings. Here you can uncheck the option Show Command Completion as a separate group. You can use command completion to fix errors and warnings in your code. Let's add some code that will need fixing. If you write code that doesn't compile, IntelliJ IDEA will tell you. For example, if there is an unhandled exception, like here. You can navigate to this error using F2 and press Alt-Enter to show context actions. Alt-Enter gives you only a few options and might not always include the action you want to perform. You can use command completion instead. Command completion ... provides context-aware quick fixes directly where you are typing, allowing you to stay in the flow. You can focus on what you want to do without having to think about how to do it. IntelliJ IDEA will give you a preview of what each command will do. Let's fix this error and remove this unnecessary code. It is now possible to unlock this type of completion in places where it wasn't available before, like on a blank line. Typing a dot on a blank line now shows you file-level actions. For example, reformat code or optimize imports. Let's use optimize imports to remove the file import that is no longer needed. Command completion can also help you when refactoring or transforming your code. For example, you can use command completion to introduce a local variable. Now let's add some code to read the lines from the file and create users from these lines. You can use command completion to keep moving forward, to create this inner class and create a field for this parameter. You can use command completion to generate code for you, like a toString method. You can transform your code as you go, for example, to make use of modern Java language features. You can refactor this class into a record using only command completion. You can use command completion for navigation. Let's navigate to the string class declaration. Oh no, this file is read-only. Don't worry, you can change your settings to be able to use command completion in read-only files. Now you can use command completion to navigate back to where you were. Let's continue writing the code. If you want to rename your class, you can use a shortcut to do so, but you need to know this shortcut. You can use command completion instead. In some cases, you don't even need to know the exact name of the command you're looking for, as some commands have aliases. For example, you can also use change name instead of rename. This makes features even more discoverable. You don't need to remember the exact name of the feature. You can still use existing shortcuts, postfix completion, and live templates. Command completion is intended to complement existing features. For example, to assign this new person to a variable, you can use the shortcut to extract variable. But this requires you to know this feature exists and to know the relevant shortcut. Alternatively, you can use postfix completion .var to create a variable, but now you can also use command completion to introduce a local variable. If needed, you can still use postfix completion, for example, to print to system out. You can transform this code to modern Java and use features introduced in Java 25, like simple I/O. You can use refactoring, like extract method, even if you don't remember the shortcut. You could use Alt-Enter to add JavaDoc, but now you can also use command completion. As you can see, using command completion is as easy as adding a dot, or two. Command completion extends regular completion, which you already use. It lets you discover and use IntelliJ features without having to remember shortcuts. This keeps you in the flow of coding. You can think about what you want to do instead of how to do it. Type a dot to find commands as part of your regular completion, or ... to see all available commands relevant to your current context. You might discover powerful features you never knew were there. Give it a try and let us know how you like it in the comments below. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Happy programming!